Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it very, very much. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited about the power that is at the station with me now. We've got some very powerful people in our community because these are the people that are making a difference. And not only that, but they're making a difference for the kids in our area. I want to welcome into the program first Councilwoman Jessica Domingue. Jessica, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Keith. Nice to see you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Sitting next to her, Orlando. Orlando, thanks for staying in. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. Sitting next to Orlando is Bernadette Pickett. Bernadette, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
All right. Sitting next to her, Parish President Gordon Dove. Gordy, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for asking me.
Absolutely. All right. And also joining us by Skype, we're very glad to have with us John Navy. And John, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And so we've got all these people that are present. John wanted to be more on TV and on TV. He wanted to do both of those things. So, John, we appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about this bike giveaway, and everybody's going to get a chance to talk about it some, but tell us a little bit about the history and the significance from your standpoint, John.
Well, actually, we've been doing this event for this is going to be our 10th annual, what we call our Merit Kappa Alpha Psi Holiday Festival. This is the day that a lot of my fraternity, which actually Judge Pickett is a part of too, we believe in charitable giving. And so this is our prime example to be more of a philanthropy process and taking place and being an initiative to donate back to the community. And I can tell you this, District Attorney Joe Waits and Alonda Williams has been very instrumental in this process, along with the Advocacy Center, Terrebonne Children Advocacy Center. And they have been the catalyst really behind the process of what we're trying to do. We have been instrumental to be very blessed to be a part of Toys for Tots. Tim Saunier is now the really leading the charge in Toys for Tots. Before that was Mr. Linwood Liner. But Sheriff Tim Saunier has been instrumental from the beginning with us with Toys for Tots. And I can tell you, it would be a blessing to see that now the connection with the bikes and the toys all at one place. I was informed a few weeks ago that we might be the largest Bayou region, maybe the state, one-day event giving away toys and bikes at the same time. Every year we'll have an opportunity to give away maybe 300 or more bikes. This year, we understand it might be a little short, by 250, 300 bikes, but we're gonna still work diligently to see if we can even gather some more bikes before that time. After that, of course, the Marine League Court is part of the process and for the Toys for Tots program. And after, when President Gordy Dove got involved, when he became elected as official, he became very instrumental in being a part of the process. President Dove had linked, the organization, just not me, but others, to the fact that, hey, let's be a part of this process because it's not just for one district, it's for the parish of Terrebonne. And this time we got an opportunity to display Terrebonne through the Civic Center, and we let people come, and now they have the opportunity to get bikes and toys at the same time. We also have the opportunity now, Alana, she's explain that later about our EPHDSU cohort group, and I'll let her, when she get a chance to talk, she explains some of that. But the event will actually be taking place on December the 18th, 2001 of this year. That'll be Saturday, it's coming up, from 12 to 4. And it'll be a drive-through process like it was the year before. And I want Alonda and President Dove's going to take the opportunity to explain some of the donors that actually made this process work. This year, to say that we have been impacted with COVID-19 and Ida, we still had the opportunity to raise close to $20,000 for these bikes. And along with the Toys for Tots program, doing a wonderful job with Tim Saunier and his organization. And, it's just been a blessing to see the opportunity for this parish to recover after the devastation of Hurricane Ida. And I can tell you, we're moving in the right direction. I can remember contacting Mr. Waits and said, Mr. Waits, you think this is going to be a difficult year to raise money? He said, John, people are going to want to help. I also called, Mr. Dove. I said, President Dove, what you think? I'm going to get on the phone, John, make some calls to some donors. And it was a wonderful thing. And Alonda was just instrumental in making sure that this thing, with some of the, connections she got out to some people and reached out to donors and organizations, and they did a wonderful job in raising. And
well, John, let's do that. Let's turn over to Alonda and just kind of let her give her input a little bit about what she's been able to do these last couple minutes. Go ahead, Alonda.
Yeah, so we were able to contact some of the same partners that we have, because I have to make something clear. This is not of or a part of the parish council. This was a conversation John and I had, and he said, you know, you're doing a toy giveaway because I started this, and actually with Gordy, 2 years before Gordy was even parish president, he was one of my supporters. So when John came in, I said, we have to be known for something outside of sewerage, outside of recreation, and outside of electricity, because that's what you're elected to do. That's what they pay you to do. So we got together with a lot of people that actually felt the same way. Like I said, parish president, but at that time he was state representative, Gordy Dove, was one of my big supporters. John came in. We knew Tim Saunier before he was sheriff. He was giving us toys. And so along with him, the district attorney has stood with us from the first beginning. The chief of police. I have to give a shout out to O'Neill Marlbrew. Last year, I didn't want to do it. I just lost my dad. I didn't want to believe in Christmas. I was just angry. It
was difficult.
O'Neill called and said, the bikes are ready. Y'all need to go pick them up. So we have all these people that do the Merlin Group, Larice Insurance, River Birch has been there since day one. All these people who do work for the parish are stepping up. Delta Coast, Herbert and Marceau Law Office, Pelican Waste, Lede Insurance, HTV has been there from the beginning. So we have lots, Mike Feasey, Judge Juan Pickett, the Marine Corps. All of these people, Milford and Associates, have been with us.
He was telling us about the number of people that have been very involved, and it seems like Energy has been a big involvement in this process as well. I know you wanted to mention them.
I did. Energy and Alfred Associates, and it's named after the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. I could not leave Kappa Alpha Psi out, right, Bernadette? So I just want to say thank you to all of those people.
And Bernadette, your involvement with this has been, I know personally, you and Judge have been very involved together, but also from a personal standpoint and for the Advocacy Center.
Well, it was very interesting when John first came to Juan and asked him about getting involved with it, because Juan is a very dedicated member of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and he loves it. And then you also know Juan loves kids. So when Mr. Waits and Juan came to me on behalf of John asking what role the Advocacy Center could play, we said whatever role y'all need us to play. You know, we deal with our kids who've been abused and neglected, of course, and we try to do for them for Christmas. But the more we get into the schools, the more we realize that, like Orlando said, it's parish-wide. It's not by district. It's not, you know, by race. It's not by anything. You have kids out there who want and deserve a good Christmas, and if we can help do that, we were pleased to do that and very proud to be a part of it.
And so the combination of what was Toys for Tots and is this bike giveaway has become one of this really large process at the most important time for people. You know, COVID and all it's done, and like John mentioned, Ida and what it's caused and destruction, people are really struggling, and bringing some joy to them is just so very special. And y'all have been doing this for a number of years.
I mean, we have been doing it because we were able, as the Advocacy Center, to have what we call our angel tree, and we're able to put on our tree our kids who we deal with, our victims of crime, unfortunately, and we can make sure that they have. But I also have a group of ladies who go into the schools to assist the school counselors, and that's where we really see that we see a lot of bad things, but then there are a lot of things that's sad that's going on out there, and some families just need a help up, you know, and if we can do that and partner with Mr. Navy and, of course, with Orlando, who keeps going, and, you know, Juan's telling me, what else can you do? So I do whatever I can.
And that's that joint effort between you and Juan, but certainly between you and Juan, Orlando, and John, everybody getting involved. And now we have people like Jessica involved. From those people that have started it to Jessica now as a councilwoman with District 5 saying, you know what, I want to be involved. So Jessica, tell us about your involvement and why this is so important to you.
And thank you so much again.
Sure.
You know, I became involved because Mr. Navy, he encouraged me to get involved in this process, and he asked me last year if I wanted to help out. And at that point, my best way of helping out was let me go work it. Let me go work the event. And I brought my daughter with me, and it was such a rewarding experience to be there with her and to give the bikes and to give the toys to the children. We just had such a great time. And so when I asked her if she wanted to come again this year, she said, absolutely, Mommy, I want to go. That was the best time. And so, you know, just showing that that ability for us to give back to our children. And what a great group of mentors for me to be able to sit up with these women and Mr. Dove, and for them to say, you know, this is the future and we're going to need you to step up. And so hopefully next year, you know, we don't have all these complications and obstacles, so that we can become more involved. But going off of what Ms. Pickett said earlier, you know, I'm a licensed clinical social worker and I deal with a lot of trauma. And one of the biggest contributing factors to healing childhood trauma is play. And so right now, more than ever, we need our kids to be able to play. And so someone told me earlier, I think we're getting too many toys, and I don't think we're getting too many toys. We need these children, because that's all some of them have.
Right.
And so whatever we can do to give back to kids and give back to our communities, and it's not just one community, it's every community. So we're all working together, I think, is very, very important. So I appreciate Mr. Navy including me in this process, and you know, me being able to have these mentors up here. I think it's a fantastic, because we want to keep this going, and we want to keep this going for our future.
I love it. We talked about what used to be. We talked about what is right now and what the future is going to be. Let's put the flyer back up one more time. I want to be able to do that before we go to President Dove. And again, it's going to take place as the 10th annual Mary Kappa Alpha Psi Holiday Festival. The drive-through toys and bike giveaway takes place Saturday, December 18th, 2021 in the Barry P. Bonvillain Civic Center parking lot. And of course, it's 346 Civic Center Boulevard in Houma from 12 to 4. They're going to give away one bike per vehicle while the supplies last, and they ask you to please remain in your vehicle while you're attending. We're having to deal with COVID. We're having to deal with the recovery from Ida, and so glad that the Civic Center, as one of our hubs about being able to take care of people. And so President Dove, John and Orlando and Bernadette and Jessica, everybody talked about your involvement from the beginning, but want to be able to thank you for being involved even before you even had to, or even you felt like you needed to, I know. So I wanted to give you a few minutes.
Well, and my hats go off to everyone sitting here, and of course Mr. Navy. I mean, and everyone on here for putting it on, all the sponsors and the other people. It's been a big joint effort, and it's an honor to work with them, and they really put it on, and of course I will assist them any which way they need. And you know, what also is ironic is it's going to be held at Barry P. Bonvillain Civic Center, which we just named that, and
right.
Every year Barry had a bicycle giveaway. Of course he's gone now, so
right.
It just seems like this is all incorporated into this one huge toy bike giveaway, and thanks to these ladies and of course Mr. Navy, and it's just really turned out to be a big event, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Well, I got to tell you, we here in Orlando, you mentioned HTV. One of the ways to be able to take care of each other is to be present and to be able to give back. We're so very thankful that y'all have done that for so many years. HTV is proud to be a part of that, but we thank you for being on today. We thank John and Tim Saunier as well and his involvement. We had mentioned that, and for what he's done in Toys for Tots over the years. We can't thank y'all enough for being here. So thank y'all, and a very Merry Christmas, and thank you for the joy y'all are bringing to others. We appreciate it.
Merry Christmas.
All right, and that'll do it for this segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming when we continue.